important, and let us learn in detail about digoxin. So while talking about digoxin, listen guys, digoxin is a narrow therapeutic drug. So among that narrow therapeutic drugs, we have many other drugs like aminoglycoside is very important antibiotic, even that is expected question, and phenytoin, phenobarbital, some anti-arrhythmic drugs, some immunosuppressants, or some of the narrow therapeutic drugs. And narrow therapeutic drugs are nothing but the drugs which has narrow therapeutic window. So small alteration in the dose will either increase in the toxicity or reduce in the efficacy of the drug. So that is very important. So digoxin is the narrow therapeutic drug. So dose calculation is very important. So while giving digoxin, and listen guys about digoxin. So mechanism of action is very important. So mode of action of digoxin is very important. Listen guys, actually digoxin inhibits a very important enzyme which is present on the cell membrane of cardiac myocyte. So cardiac myocyte will have a very important enzyme called sodium potassium ATPase. Sodium potassium ATPase is an enzyme. So this enzyme mediates sodium and potassium exchange in the cardiac myocyte, and digoxin blocks or inhibits this enzyme, and by that it stops the exchange of potassium and sodium exchange, and by that it tries to increase the sodium concentration in the cardiac myocyte. By the blocking of this enzyme, sodium concentration increases, and sodium tries to exchange with the calcium from the calcium sodium exchanger, and by that sodium will be excreted, or sodium will be ejected out, and calcium tries to enter into the cell. When sodium is excreted out, calcium concentration increases in the cardiac myocyte, and by increased calcium concentration in the cardiac myocyte, it causes severe depolarization, and the force of contraction of cardiac myocyte increases. That is the reason digoxin has positive inotropy. So digoxin shows positive inotropic effect on cardiac myocytes, and listen guys, this is the drug which has negative chronotropy and gonotropic effect. So the drug which has positive inotropic effect and negative gonotropic effect or chronotropic effect is digoxin. Actually digoxin is increasing the force of contraction of the heart, but it is not increasing cardiac heart rate, okay, and it is not increasing AV velocity. So chronotropic effect and gonotropic effect explains about the cardiac heart rate and AV conduction velocity, but this is not increasing the AV conduction velocity and heart rate. It is just increasing the inotropic effect. Inotropy means increased force of contraction of the heart. So this is very important mode of action of digoxin. And other than cardiac mode of action, it is also have some other pharmacological action. It directly actually on the GI tract, it directly stimulates GI activity, and it has nausea and vomiting effect. So directly it stimulates the CTZ zone which is present in the brain, and it has severe nausea and vomiting. So it directly activates citizen zone. And on kidneys, actually it has diuretic properties. So on kidneys it is diuretic, and on heart it shows positive inotropic effect. Because of this function, it is very much useful in congestive cardiac failure. So digoxin is used in congestive cardiac failure or heart failure conditions. And remember, digoxin is not the first line drug in congestive cardiac failure, whereas ACE inhibitors are first line drugs in congestive cardiac failure. However, digoxin is also a very important drug, but it is not first line drug, remember. So even that was a very one of the previous question asked in NIPER examination. So digoxin, the drug which is first line drug in congestive cardiac failure is ACE inhibitors, and digoxin is not first line drug. However, it is a very important drug used in the congestive cardiac failure. So that is about mechanism of action. And listen guys, we have some ADRs with digoxin. Listen, it has nausea and vomiting is one of the common ADR because it stimulates CTZ zone, and it has some other ADRs on it has cardiac arrhythmic, sometimes arrhythmia is seen with digoxin, and diarrhea also sometimes it can be seen. And remember guys, there are some drugs which increases the toxicity of digoxin. Drugs like diuretics. In diuretics, furosemide is very important, that causes digoxin toxicity, and some calcium channel blockers will also cause digoxin toxicity. And sometimes, listen guys, erythromycin and tetracyclines are the drugs which increases the absorption of digoxin from the GI tract. And now let us see the kinetics of digoxin. And kinetics, listen guys, in every narrow therapeutic drug, kinetics study is very important. Digoxin is available in IV form and oral form. And when digoxin is given through oral form, actually it is very well absorbed from GI tract, but sometimes food and some other drugs will reduce the bioavailability of absorption of digoxin from the stomach. Okay, so actually digoxin absorption is reduced due to antacids and some other metal items. So metals and pectin also contraindicated when digoxin is given along with oral form. Okay, so that is another important thing. And digoxin after absorption, it is not excreted, it will not undergo metabolism in the liver, and it is excreted directly through urine in unchanged form, mostly in unchanged form. So this is very important thing. And as it is excreting from the kidneys in older patients and in people with chronic kidney failure, digoxin dose should be monitored. So this is the kinetics. And listen guys, we have some factors that influence the toxicity of digoxin, and among the factors, age is very important. In older patients, the dose should be given in less quantity, because in older patients excretion will be stopped, and in older patients it has high risk of developing toxicity. And route of administration, actually when it is given through IV route, the patient will have high risk of developing toxicity. And in hypokalemia, patients with hypokalemic patients will have high risk of digoxin toxicity, and patients with hypercalcemia and hypomagnesemia, so these conditions will increase digoxin toxicity. So these are the factors that causes digoxin toxicity. And thyroidism, hyper or hypothyroidism, will cause digoxin toxicity. So these are some of the very important points about digoxin. And now